Right, I'm just gonna get the link shared out and stuff, so... Yeah. Right. There we go. So the links have been shared out. Hello everyone, and welcome to PSGL F5 Round 12 Mexico. As you all may know, Leon, of course, on Friday evening, received some very, very sad news, and so it was someone close to him in his family, sadly passed away. So alongside me in the commentary box for this round and for the last two rounds after this, I should imagine, is a new face in the PSGL community. It is StickyBomb_04. Say hello.
Hello.
Yep, looks like we're getting ready to go then. As the drivers are readying up, of course, we are going to go into the short practice session first so we can get a lap of salute for Leon and his family. And of course the silence during the lap in the stream. Let's hope that the drivers get the memo and know what we are doing. They should do, because I put a message in the chat earlier explaining what is going on in the practice session and the free lap race we're going to be doing. And hello Warren Haig, good evening. Yep, good. Oh, the AI. LFC, if you'd like to lead the pit, since you said you are going to be the one starting first. You're going to have to overtake a few cars already gone out the track. So about to put screen, just turn down in-game volume. It's a bit loud. So we have our first drivers out on the track for this lap. Jack Tyler, who is one of many drivers to be rocking a black helmet, partially a fully black helmet, with the number 68 on his car, as he's coming around the middle sector. Be interesting to see how many drivers run it. I know a lot of people have put the helmet designs in the chat. As you can see, Warren Haig is running a black helmet. Notorious is running a black helmet. Bowie 9 isn't. Yeah, so most of the drivers are running partially fully black helmets as we watch the Mercedes cruise through. And wait for the drivers to get to the grid to start the lap. And Jack Tyler, if you would like to park up into the second grid slot, because LFC will be the one leading the way. Hello Leon. Yeah, Jack Tyler's not stopped. Okay. I don't know if he knows it's a practice session or not. Oh well. He should try on the back of the queue. class Jack Tyler, mind you. I'm desynced. Yeah, if you could just join onto the back of the grid when everyone lines up, that'd be fine. I think LFC, you're leading the way, aren't you? Cool. That's a good button, by the way. Actually, let me just turn my notifications off so we don't get no black boxes into the top of the screen. There we go. Right, so it should be fine. Of course, this has deeply affected us all here at PSGL. Apparently Jack Tyler's behind LFC, so I think that might be actually an AI driver we are looking at on the screen. But Jack Tyler apparently is behind LFC, so yeah. As you can see, all the drivers are lining up. Jack Tyler. Yeah, that's not what Jack Tyler was seeing on his screen, so I think. No. Yeah, it says awesome dudes in the pit lane when he should be out on the track. He was out on the track at one point. I don't know what happened. Yeah, the AI is just showing up on the time and says he shouldn't really be out on the track and not in the session or anything. I just need to wait for him now. If he does leave the pits, then... I don't want us to be ruined. Yeah, awesome dude has just left the pits now, so we'll wait for him to come round. Yeah. I think he's taking the lap normally as a straight line turn one. Yeah. He's coming through the left right-hander into second sector. No, into the double right-hander. Sticky Bomb, you know you can speak during this time. We haven't...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we haven't started yet.
I'm just...
Yeah, just need to wait for Andy now to line up on the grid. He's not far from starting grids, coming up to the third sector now. Into the stadium section. As is Jack Tyler's supposedly AI car. I think it's an AI car going around the track. I hope it is anyway. So, awesome dude is joining the back of the grid. Yeah, it's lined up. So yeah, we can... Yep, and we can now start the silence. go. If everyone could just retire now, we can go into the free lap race and then retire from that. That was phenomenal.
Yes.
That was beautiful. Looks like drivers are doing donuts in honor of Leon and his family. Thank you for everyone that took part in that. You don't need to leave, guys. We're still doing the same lobby. um, yeah, we can just invite them back once we get back into the lobby. As guys, you could retire, please. Cool, Leon. Just wait. Yep, there we go. Everyone's retired now, so we're going to go into the free lap race. You can just mess about it now. That's not nothing serious or anything. Oh god. Yeah, I can't invite you at the minute. I'll invite everyone back once we get into the back into the lobby again. Yeah. Wait, we're making a new lobby, yeah? Right. You know, so you can make the biggest crash in the free lap race if there's any drivers left for it. Yeah, there's only 6 people left in the lobby. Yes, guys. Thank you so much for the drivers who took part in that amazing gesture. So, as we were watching Jack Tyler retire from the session, new lobby. So that means that we are going to get into the proper race now, the qualifying and the race, where normal rules are going to be applied, of course. Yep. See you maybe next week or after. Sticky Bomb, if you could just leave the session.
Yeah, I have done.
Yeah, we'll be back in a sec. Guys, I just need to get a drink. Right, so I'm back. Have we got an invite? Yes, I have. Okay, I'll get invited in a second.
Yep.
Yeah, for later races, you might want to friend request LFC so you can get your invite sorted out before the start of races.
Right, yeah.
Right, so where are you at? Welcome back, Leon. Yeah, we just created a new lobby because yeah, host left, so we had to make a new one. About to get into the actual thing. It was quite amazing to see how many people were running black helmets with the number 68 on their cars. That was really nice from the drivers. A sign of respect, and no one should ever go through what Leon went through on Friday night, especially at such a young age. You know,
Yeah.
it's not something that no one should ever go through.
Sad to hear about.
I think it is everyone. We have 15 for the lap, and yeah, we've got 15 here, so I think that's everyone. Right, so Smudge isn't here, Gazman isn't here, and Miles isn't here because the other half space is now free. So yeah, we should be ready to go. Once half the drivers are readied up. From 1 countdown, we'll start ticking.
There we go.
I'm not gonna ask for your predictions for qualifying because you know you don't know the pace of the drivers and stuff. But I will ask you predictions for the race once qualifying is over and once you got a real looking at drivers' pace and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
all depends on strategy as well.
Yeah.
So away we go. Bandwidth analysis failed. Okay. Don't think that's gonna be a problem, but I think that is for drivers in the lobby rather than being in the party. So yeah, we're cool.
Yeah.
Question is though, is it gonna rain for qualifying or rain for the race? We usually get spoiled the weather. We don't mind it though. You can usually tell sometimes by the softer tyre. If it's raining for the race, you can usually tell because the drivers are running the softer compound just to get pole. Pole doesn't really mean much here though because the run down into turn 1's so long. Slipstream is a massive thing around here, so. Here we go, it's dry for qualifying. The track surface is going to be quite hot. We'll find that out any second now. There's some engines revving up in the garage. I'm guessing. No, it's not an engine actually. It's a helicopter flying by in the game. Now I can hear engines revving up, and it is coming from the Toro Rosso garage. It is a Toro Rosso coming up first, and then there's a Ferrari in front of him. Is a McLaren. It's Jack Tyler, first one out onto the track. Usually likes to be first one out on the track, like Ash Best. It's Jamie Mebb following him, and then it's LFC. So they are the three drivers out in that lap right now. Is BA9 in the Red Bull and a Taurus as well. His teammate coming out. Jack Tyler on the harder compound. The super softs. The available compounds here are the hyper softs, the ultra softs, and the super softs.
Hmm.
There's a Warren Egg passing by Alice there. And don't be mistaken, by the way, Alice is a boy, not a girl.
Yes, he races in the other league I commentate for, actually.
Oh, there we go then. So you should have a good idea of where his pace is at then.
Yes. Got a rough idea of Jack Tyler as well.
Yeah.
So.
There's a mixed bag of tyres being used. It's between hypersofts and super softs. There's only one ultra soft runner currently. He's not on the track. It's Mr. P. Has really got yellow flags in the third sector. That might have been for slow cars actually.
Yeah.
And also another massive factor around here is penalties and invalidations.
Points.
Very, very easy to cut the quick right left hander coming into the third sector.
Yeah.
Seems like Alice has already abandoned his lap despite him being on the straight. Okay. So the first one on a lap, Jack Taylor's actually gone back into the pits. Okay. So I mean, Jamie Met is the first one to complete his lap. And he's gone very wide there. I think that might be invalidated. Invalidation is quite harsh.
Yeah.
But we'll check anyway. Lap 2 should be on, there we go. So it's coming through the staging section now. He's knocked over a bollard, and yeah, that's pretty much invalidated. I'm pretty sure it is now.
Unlucky there.
Coming up to the line. Yeah, it's invalidated. So LFC will be the next one. And he goes pole with a 118.3. By the way, he slows down to the line. I think that he is not going to start on hypers. As Shoaib goes quick as a 113.9. That is about the same time as the pole lap for F6. I think it was about 2 tenths quicker or something. As Alice is now coming around the last corner. I think he's going to go for another run actually. 131.8. So Shoaib is currently on pole by nearly 3. Yeah, is it? No, 2.5 seconds, pretty much. Rounded up. Let's get some support for Jack in the chat from Big C, aka Connor. As watching Shoaib lag about like he usually does. Ferrari pulling up to the side of the track. I say Ferrari, that's a McLaren. That's what's to speak. It's Jamie Met. As everyone else is on the track other than Stim. Stim sometimes does not go out on the track at all, and that's an invalidation from Wilson do there.
Unlucky.
We're not really unlucky to cut the whole thing. Well, not the whole thing, but a little bit of it, so. Warren Egg goes second. 115.5. And of course, as we all know, track evolution is a thing, so once this track actually, well, once it gets later on in the session, maybe some of the Hypersoft runners could get into the high 113s. It's entirely a possibility. Maybe even pushing it down to the 112s. Depends on how many Hypersofts they took onto the track. But the way it is, I think it's going to be a dry race. If it was a wet race, there's going to be literally no super soft runners whatsoever. As Mr. P's gone third in a set of ultra softs. I could tell you the top 3 would give you a good idea who's going to be quick and who's not going to be quick. Well, if you're in the top 3 in the championship, you're not necessarily not quick. But the top 3 are currently White Phantom, Jack Tyler, and Mr. P, in that order.
Yeah. Pretty sure White Fountain just got his lap invalidated, but I might be wrong.
We'll check. He hasn't put it. Didn't get invalidated, he's gone third.
Was it not? Okay. And the super softs, it's not too bad, I mean.
Jim Met's coming out the pits. In the McLaren garage. So about 11 minutes left in the session as we watch. Gonna wipe up to the onboard. There we go. Saber going by there of Jay Carty. Now Jay Carty has a tendency for pulling out the bag late on in this session. It's a pole 3 times I think this season.
Oh.
Jay Carty.
Jack Tyler lost the back end there at the end of sector 2.
Yeah, very easy to. Depends on what ballast you're running to. If you clip the curve or something on the exit there.
Actually coming in the last corner. Start his flying up. Oh no, he's slowing down. Never mind then. Jeez, I don't know how to pronounce some of these names. There was a clan that just went by. Jamie Met.
Right and back.
Alright.
Oh, look, Bailey's going second.
Awesome did start his time lap there as well.
It's on Ultras there, if we could get close to the pole time. It says Ultra Softs on the top for me because I'm all fitted. The pole time currently was set on hypers, so. Warren Eggers just been told 5 minutes till rain in this qualifying session, so. Yeah, the 3 drivers around set their lap need to get their laps in quickly.
Yeah. That setup has glitched.
And I think according to Warren, is it dry for the race or is that for current conditions? So he did say it was for the race. Jack Tyler's got a default setup, it's glitched. Wouldn't that mean restart? But I think it's a bit too late in the session. Well, say no, we did get towards the end of the session last week, and then PSN had the glitch with that. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, White Fountain can win the championship today. What's the requirements he needs to win it? Because I didn't get sent a. Okay. Because I didn't get sent a picture of the standings, so I don't know what he needs to do to win it. But he's currently 6th at the minute. He did qualify in a set of super softs. A lot of drivers have turned off from the super softs and gone on to either ultras or hypers. Yeah, we're gonna restart. Okay. So restart, guys. Yeah. Some drivers should be getting the memos. Yeah, flag set to 1. That shouldn't really matter though, because I might leave the session in a minute. I'd restart after qualifying. Actually, yeah, that would actually be a good idea, because then what we could do is turn Park Ferme off and get rid of qualifying, and then the drivers can put their setups on then.
Yeah.
So I'll wait it out till the end of qualifying, and then I'll tell Alice the results maybe. Depends on if how many drivers leave. Yeah, everyone's leaving, so
Just a restart then.
Yeah, I'll take a screenshot of the results as it stands, just in case, because most drivers actually set their lap time there.
One down.
Let's quit to main menu.
Oh. Austin did has to work. He said.
So that means we'll be down to 14 drivers. I should imagine.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we had in our successor.
Uh,
Didn't take away from the drama though. Alright. There you go. Just received a invitation to the new lobby. Yes, I did. Okay, so that means White Fountain must win. And hope that Jack Tyler doesn't score any points. So if Jack finishes 8th, 9th, and 10th, or doesn't score at all, then White Fountain needs to win the race to win the championship.
yes.
Wait, do you know the point system?
No, I don't. It might be different in this
So
league.
a win is 16 points, second place is 12, third is 10th,
Right.
fourth is
Okay.
8, 5 is 6 points, fifth is 6 points, sixth is 5 points, seventh is 4 points, eighth is 3 points, ninth is 2 points, and 10th is 1 point. There are no points for fastest lap or pole position or anything.
Alright.
Spectator. Yeah, so we're redoing qualifying. I think LSC just needs to get the weather, I think. So the weather can be completely randomized still. We still could get a wet qualifying or a wet race.
Yeah.
Awesome Dude has joined the session. He may have to go at some point. Yeah, we're going. The countdown has started.
Good.
Maybe we should have done one shot qualifying to maybe save some time, of course, because we've already had the lap of honor, and that took up about 10 minutes because we had to wait for Awesome Dude to go to the grid. We were originally planned to start earlier, but due to the turnout we had when we originally planned to start, We started normal time, as usual.
Oh.
Seems like it doesn't matter now anyway, but
No.
oh well. If it's wet, I honestly think there's going to be a massive pile-up at the start of the race.
Yeah, it'll be unlucky, but...
Did you see what happened last week, by the way?
Sorry, what?
The David Warbank incident from last week.
No, sorry, what happened with him?
Basically, it was this driver called David Warbank. I think you might know him.
Yeah, he joined our league as well, my other league.
Yeah, I wish you all the best with that. Yeah, so basically what happened was he took out two other drivers with him. One of them was in the championship fight against Dry again for qualifying.
Oh, what? What a... no.
Yeah, it's a plonker.
Ah.
I should imagine that Jack Taylor will be the first one out, since he usually is. Yep, exactly as I thought he would. It is Toro Rosso riding up, and it is Jack Tyler. Let's hope he didn't get a setup glitch this time. Jack, is the setup okay?
Right, okay.
Check and give us any information.
All sorts of pets.
Yeah, they should start piling out now. It is Warren Haig is the second driver out this time. It'd be interesting to see who'll get pole this time though.
Yeah.
Jamie Mert's the only one I can see out on Hypersofts at the minute. Which could mean that we could have, I think it might have been wet for the last lobby.
Yeah.
It depends on what happens. Because it was like this in the last qualifying session too. We just started like this and it got overcast and eventually was going to rain until Jack Tyler's setup was glitched. So the first one on a lap, of course, is Jack Tyler, as usual. Into turn 1. Into turn 2 and 3. It's nice for the exit. Took a low curve, and I think that might have chipped his car offline a bit. Yeah, the crowd jeering for something. Of course, the Mexican crowd, one of the most active, and the crowd who likes to produce the most one of the crowds who like to produce the most atmosphere, of course, the Mexican wave and stuff.
Yeah.
Jack Taylor's done a pretty neat lap so far. As he comes into the third sector now, into the stadium section. Into the really slow, tight hairpin. And the tricky corner comes afterwards through the last corner. You get some yellows in sector 2 and 3. I should imagine for slow cars letting other drivers through. Jack Taylor comes up to the line of 15.2. Not a bad lap on 6 softs.
Wasn't too bad.
2 Sabres coming out at the same time. LFC to 119.2. Or they 23.2. I think they may have backed off the laps.
And Jack Tyler going to cross the grass. Nice.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter. Shoaib on Ultra Softs is done a 1:14.3, which isn't too far off from where he set a time on Hypersofts in the first session. So Not bad lap. As Latoris
Good
just came
lap.
across the line, I'm pretty sure. No, Luke Bailey. Yep, we're all good. Jack Tyler's got a setup on this time, so we are going to get this thing going. I think if we do restart again, we might have to postpone or cancel because of time issues and stuff.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay, Leon. It'll be interesting to see what happens though in the race.
Yeah. Mr. P coming out the pits there.
No, he isn't quite the pits yet. I'm just finding the tire. Okay, a lot of hypersoft runners like the first time. There are 5 guys on super softs as we speak. 2 of them are in the pits though. It was about as many as there was in the last session where we thought it was actually going to be raining because of the amount of hypersoft and ultrasoft runners we saw actually in the first session towards the end of it. And that's because there was the rain coming later on in that session and everyone just wanted to get a lap in, a good lap in. Constructors cannot be won today. So, what are they looking like anyway? I forgot who's leading it. Oh, it's McLaren. They're leading Sauber by 1 point. Oh, and I think Alice might have had a moment. He's gone off.
Oh.
Let's just rejoin the track now. Not as eventful as where I saw in Germany where I was streaming it. Where someone spun and then a few seconds later another guy spun at the same section and nearly ran into the guy that was already spun. Which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
So Shoaib is out on hypersofts. Simo still on the super softs. And Jamie Matt out on hypersofts. Cocom seems a bit shy. But it's his first time, so
Yes, I am quite shy.
you'll get used to it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Of course, it's your first time in PSGL. It's a much bigger league than what you've been commentating in, so
Yes, definitely.
yeah, it's alright to feel a bit shy on the first go. Of course, the community around here is very friendly as well.
Yeah.
And they all stand together as one, as we saw earlier on. And I think, as we will see later races, or the races currently going on right now, like F3 or F4. Of course, Shoaib now starts a lap. He's coming into turn 1, 2 and 3. Rain, he was upshifting pretty quickly there coming through the corners. There's no buzz to give him a better exit, give him a better grip. But he exited turn 2 there. He's got his teammate up ahead of him though. He can't provide a total because it's not really a long straight from now to the end of the lap. It's mainly just corners. Effort is the only div that did nothing. It's a shame.
Oh.
I thought everyone was going to be doing the lap of honour. Oh well. Doesn't seem alright.
Jay Carter just set a time of a 1:15.9 on is that Hypersofts, yeah.
That well could be a banker because I know that Jay Carty's always pushing for pole, so this Jamie Matt is coming around the last few corners. Shoaib actually pitted. P2 on softs. Oh, did he cut the wall though? Pretty sure he cut the wall. Look back in the stream and set. Like in my pace. Yeah, your pace is actually pretty good actually. Yeah, Jimmy Matt did cut the wall. Looking back in the stream, and Jimmy Matt's actually gone second. Jack Tyler though. There he is. Any weather spoilers, Warren? I think it's gonna be dry, but I don't know.
Jay Carty going into the pits. Okay.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are just last session race was dry, so maybe the same this time. People are running the same tires as last time. So that pole gap is still 3 temps. Jamie Mackett easily pulls something out the bag, but well, they easily go leading it when you run wide through there. It's 4 seconds off. I think he's pitting. You don't want to go too long on the hypersofts because they do quite easily, as we all know. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's pitting. You get the gist. You're pitting, right? And those actually cut into the entry point. What's that?
White Fountain's out in a lap now.
Ah, yeah. He's coming to the end for a sector. I don't know how far he is off that pole time, but I don't think he's going to be. He's on the super softs. Anyone else on a lap? I just saw Stim's car go full throttle for a pit lane. That's completely fine by me. Jack Tyler is out on hypersofts. Maybe he could challenge for pole here. Actually, Schreiber's on the lap too. But the game's specifically one lap you can actually go to him. You have to go this way, which I don't really like. So
White Fountain
the
coming
driver.
into the last corner.
Right, there we go.
Straight.
Schreiber should start on the lap actually.
114.3.
No flags for the Red Bull there. There you go. Jack Tyler coming through the third sector now. He's got a Mercedes up in front of him. And I'm pretty sure it was Mr. P. Okay, so a bit of championship rivalry going on there, maybe. Trying to block him on his lap. Well, not trying to block him, but compromise him a bit.
Yeah.
In fact, he's done so successfully. Jack Taylor backs off. Mr. P follows him in. That's just a Joker run. Don't think it was though, because he crossed over the curve into the pit entry, which could have been quite dangerous. Shoaib now coming through the third sector, took it really nicely. It's not telling me if he's going quicker or not. He may extend his pole time out here. Coming through the last few corners now into the hairpin, into the right hander, and then the short left hander. Into the last corner. Oh, he's got the wall. He's lost a chunk of his right wing, but he's still going to extend his time to a 13.5. Maybe could have gone quicker there.
Oh.
So the hype was soft, so. Like Fountain Pits. Stimmer's gone third. It's a pretty mixed up grid if I'm not gonna lie. A lot of drivers opting to go for ultra softs this time. Get to see laps from Awesome Dude, BA9 and Alice. Doug Awesome Dude's actually been out. But okay.
BA9's just come out of the pits now.
Yeah, just noticed. Coming through the third sector now. This is not going to be a pole time, as you can probably tell he's on the ultra softs. I don't think ultra softs come close to hyper softs, but we'll see where we go anyway. Quick question for you: do Do you like this track as it is?
Um, it's
And
not one of my favourite tracks, but you know.
yep, BA9 has gone ninth. Meanwhile, Awesome Dude and Alice has come out the pits exactly at the right time. I think they could both get up the order here if they if they string good laps together. Of course, track evolution is a big factor at this stage in the session. But the track has been rubbered in for cars going by as really loud engine. Got my street. Okay. Alice now is coming around to start a lap in the last corner. Taking a very cautious loop, doesn't want to bottle it. Kept the curb that could compromise him. So yeah, here we go. There's some traffic up ahead. Let's see if we can try and get some slipstream. Doesn't knock for it. It was the two McLaren boys. Into turn one. It's looking rather neat, but not quick. Awesome Dude is following behind as well. We'll cut to him once Alice finishes his lap, because I'm pretty sure he'll be coming to the end of his once Alice does finish. Oh, he's run wide. Oh, well, could have been invalidated, but we'll see if he actually completes his lap. Could be really lenient on him, could really be harsh. Doesn't seem like the quickest of laps. Doesn't really lift off much through there. And I don't think that would invalidate him. So, through the last few corners, into sector 3 now. And, yeah. I think this is going to be a pretty
Good lap.
marish lap.
Oh,
Warren couldn't get his lap together on Ultras, that's a shame.
wow.
Alice has gone 7th meanwhile. As where is Andrew, and he's coming around the last few corners into the first sector now. Jamie Met is also on Hypersoft, just started the lap, and there's some cars up ahead of him. Maybe he can get a tow from there. I won't pay attention to that right now. And he's backed off, so that means we will be going to Jamie Met. Mr. P's also on a lap of Hypersofts too, but he's backed off it. He's already done a lap on them. Actually went second with them. He still believes that he can pull something back in this championship, which is nice to see, it seems. But there's no super soft runners.
Neither is.
Jamie Met. Oh, that could be invalidated, mate. I think it is. Yellow flags. Slow cars. Mr. P is up ahead of him and his teammate White Fountain. Needs to be careful. Through the last corner. It's definitely going to be quicker than Alice's lap, and he's backed off. White Fountain's gone third. So that's good for him on the Ultra Softs as well. That's decent. Stim has gone second on a set of Ultra Softs. Maybe he could be a dark horse in this race. He hasn't really shone. He's rather disappointed this season, if I'm honest.
Jack Tyler just went 5th.
He's actually set an identical time to Jamie Met, which is funny. I don't know how Jack Tyler's actually ahead of him because never mind. It's the 100th distance.
Wow, awesome to even get a time then.
I don't think Stim has actually finished in the top 5 of a race this season. I'm pretty sure. And even if he has, he's only finished like 5th. So yeah, that second place is a really good effort from him, and on the Ultras too, but going across grass actually won't help him. Oh, that's unlucky. Missing the start of the lap by 3 seconds, and he was on the Hypersofts as well, and I know Warren Haig does actually tend to pull out a good lap at the end of the session. Shiver tyres. Alice is actually still on the lap, and it looks quicker than his last one, so we'll keep an eye on it. There's some traffic up ahead though. I don't know how many of them are AI cars. One Red Bull is actually an AI car, but that one is not as notorious. He's on a lap. So Alex can do it. He's going to come around the last corner. Oh, lost it a bit, and he does go 8th, so good effort. No super soft runners though, so maybe chance we're in. And under super softs are not really the most best tyre in the world around here.
No.
So yeah, that's the end of the qualifying. Shoaib is on pole with a 113.5. The only drivers actually getting to 113s. Mr. Stim, second place, 114 dead. Simo actually went third with his last lap, I think, with a 114.4. Mr. P in 4th with a 114.4. Jack Tyler actually improved by 2 temps when he wasn't looking. He's gone 5th with a 114.4. White Fountain 6th, 114.5. Jamie Met 7th, 114.6. Alice 8th, 114.9. And I'll run through the rest of the order once the thing is loaded. I can just check with the stream. Never mind, because just cut away. So yeah, I'll read from 9th down because that's where I was up to. 9th was Warren Egg, 115.2. He's starting on the supers. Bray 9, 10th on a 115.7. Jake Hart 11th, 115.9. Disappointing qualifying for him. Luke Bailey in 12th on a 116 dead. Notorious 13th on a 116.5. And LFC, the last of the drivers, to set a time 117.6 with Awesome Do not even setting a time at all. 2 Ferraris on the back row. Disappointment.
Yes.
9 PM and we're not even racing.
Oh no.
And the race is usually about an hour, so I think we could be finishing this at about 10 o'clock, which is not going to help me at all.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the drivers to make some adjustments. Jack Tyler's the first one ready, and LFC quickly follows. The formation lap. Should be coming up any time now. Let's check any messages, see what's going on. One is out. Quite BS if I'm going to say so myself.
Yeah.
So I'm leading them away on the formation lap. Let's see if anyone bottles it. It was Mexico after all. I don't know if we're going to do any podium interviews just to save time. I might not do it. If that's alright with everyone, I'm not going to do the podium interviews just so everyone, because everyone has like personal lives, of course. Just so we can come off a bit earlier, because this race is bound to finish around about 10 o'clock-ish. We're not going to do the podium interviews. But they'll be back for USA and the last round in Japan. It's quite a quick race actually though, Mexico. I'll see where we are actually. If this race finishes around about 10-2, maybe 5 minutes before that, I might just do it. But I'm only going to ask like one question for each driver. And then the usual question, of course. But as the drivers are going to line up to the grid now, could you look towards the middle of the back of the grid for me? Because that's where Leon literally likes to tell me to do. Tell me what to do.
Okay.
Around about 6th to 13th, 14th. Just have a look around there for any action or anything.
Will do.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick this camera and go, I think. Right, so the 2 Ferraris are lining up in the back row of the grid. The crowd are cheering. The lights are appearing on the screen. It's 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go, there we go. And it's Shoibu's got away really well up the line. Sim's had a poor start. He's going to get swapped by everyone. It seems Simo's up into 2nd place. Mr. P's looking. White Fountain up into 5th. Off the start. Down the inside it. Mr. P there. Oh, a bit of front wing coming off. Who's that? Was that Jamie Mapp? No. It's Mr. P. Mr. P. Oh, Jack Taylor and Mr. P come together and they nearly come to the wall, but oh, the 2 Ferraris. The 2 Ferraris have come together at the back, and Luke Bailey's gone off. I'd like to know what happened there, but Stim's down the inside of Simo. He's got him for 2nd place. Stim had a poor start, back up into 2nd place. Jack Tyler all the way down into 7th though. And hope that the drivers are not going to pull off any kind of Mario Kart style racing and bump into each other all the time. I'm going for overtakes like me. I'm not going to go into that though. Oh, is it McLaren there going for a move in the background? No. Oh, we got some position changes. Alice down the inside of Mr. P or around the outside. Jake is also down the inside of Mr. P. Mr. P's dropping like a stone. He's got more wing damage from somewhere. And I think that is orange wing on both sides because he's struggling a lot and eventually does pit. LFC into 10th despite being in a collision, and we have a Russian in the chat. I would like you to speak English, please, sir. If you know how to. So Shoaib is only a half a second in front of Stim, you know. Stim, who had a really poor start, has caught back up. He is really caught back up again. I think I know why there could be a lot of Russians coming to the chat. A lot of them tend to support Stim commentates over a Russian league, G-Sport League I think it is. So yeah, they like to see him race every now and then. Awesome dude is up into 11th past B-Ray 9.
Oh, Alice has lost it.
Oh, okay. Looks like his front wing's severely damaged. Yeah, he's a Mr. Stim fan. So yeah, Stim has actually dropped a lot of time in the middle sector there to Shoaib, who's pulling away. Of course, he is on the hypers and briefly dropped out of DRS range, but DRS doesn't take effect right now because it's just been enabled. Mach 3, of course. Yeah, looks like we've already reached the dull patch in this race, which is fun. I must really like Mr. Stim. He said the best twice. Sounds pits for a new wing. Who knows? Gap now 1.3 seconds. Oh, some clapping going on. Something's happened definitely. It's a overtake, I think. There's a three-way battle actually for P6. Jamie Met, Jack Harler and Jay Carty all going at it for P6. Jay Carty lost a lot of time, I think, there. Ran wide. Jack Tyler also lost time. But a shocking start for Jack Tyler and Mr. P in this race, both coming together there on the first lap. And if Jack Tyler loses a position, that will mean that White Fountain needs to get up into the lead to win the championship, and he's on the Ultra Softs, which ideally is the best side to be on. But then you got Warren Haig behind him, who's on the Super Softs, and he's kept up with this lot despite being on the way slower compound. He's going to go later into the race, of course. Oh, Jay Carty down the inside of Jack Tyler. Jack Tyler's going to fight back. And it's gone around the outside, and Jack Tyler keeps the position for now. Jake Hartley's going to get a run on it. Oh, there's contact! But both keep it together. They both got DRS, so the slipstream doesn't really take effect. But Jake Hartley's going to go down inside his team. No, but thinks better of it. Got on board. Jack Tyler will not be giving up on this one, knowing that his championship is in his hands if he gives you the championship. I can't find a word for it. Oh, he's running wide. He's running wide. That could be a warning.
Wait,
yeah, that's it.
Catch up. Is it Simo? Up here?
Yep.
Coming.
White button.
Will have DRS.
Yep. White Fountain though. Seems like he's on the better strategy for top three. Hmm?
Seeing the championship fight, did you say?
The White Fountain is yellow flag.
Oh, yellow flag.
Oh, it's Alice. It's Alice. Okay. It's Alice.
Unlucky for him.
Yeah, as you were saying.
I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
It's okay. I think you were saying about White Fountain being in the championship, wasn't it?
Yeah, is he in the championship fight or?
Yeah, he's the leader.
Oh, he's the leader. Oh.
Yeah, you must win the race. And Jack Tyler, he then needs to hope that Jack Tyler finishes 8th or lower to win the championship.
Oh, okay.
So then he will stretch the gap out to more than 32 points. Actually, will he? Actually, I think Jack Tyler needs to finish 9th or lower. And not score points at all. Because if White Fountain wins, if the gap between them... I can't remember the gap between them now. I remember Jack Tyler won last race as he signed up and moved on Jamie Merritt. Let me just find the standings from Monza. I think that'll give me a good idea.
Jamie gone down the... Oh god. Got a contact from Jamie there, and Jack Tyler.
Yeah. Keep me informed on that. I'm trying to look at trying to get championship standings up. I'm trying to work the map up.
Jamie going down... No, I'm sorry, Jack Tyler going down the inside of Jamie there.
Oh, and when can... Okay. So the gap would still be 32 points, and Alice has retired from the session.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention, as he might retired quite a few seconds ago. Didn't seem like this track was his. Stim though, fair play on the Ultra Softs, has been keeping it in there. And show 5/10 is now the gap. I think he's still. I think he's starting to feel the way now of the Ultra Softs. Is the other Ultra Soft runner that Hyper Soft runner that was in the top 3 Simo as pitted. Gap's now 3/10. Jack. Sim is going to get the DRS on the next straight. Oh, he actually came together with his rear tyre there.
Jake Hartley also with DRS on Jamie. Going down the inside of Jamie. Oh, no,
yeah, I'll come back to that in a sec because Stim is going to go around the outside for the lead, is he? No. Oh. Mate, shouldn't have done that. Yeah, that could have. I think you'll get him on the next straight if Shoaib doesn't pit. Because that's where he's got DRS.
Yeah.
So... he hasn't got DRS coming through here, of course. It's too short. Ooh, locking up there. Gonna keep on board with him. Until he gets to move down, of course. And Shoaib gets a penalty for multiple warnings as he actually peels off into the pits. Now his Stim will take the lead of the race. White Fountain will be second place. It'll be interesting for Stim to win the race, of course. because of the season he has had. And oh, someone tapped the wall. There's a Ferrari. I think it might have been LFC. It's Jake Hardy's going for a remove on Jack.
Oh,
These two were going for the winner last summer in Baku. Not quite at this time though. So meanwhile,
wait,
Simo. Oh, sorry. That was because Jamie Met paid. Jake Hardy's also got an advantage from that as well. He's got DRS from the detection point just before the lap started. So Jake Hardy's well and truly ahead. And he's on super softs too, so who knows, maybe Jake Hardy's a dark horse to win this race, or Warren Hager's on at that. Because I tell you what, Warren Hager's been keeping up with White Fountain despite him being on a much slower tyre. Awesome Dude and Jack Tyler both get penalties. The Awesome Dude is actually a pretty quick and good comeback drive, despite him spinning out at the start. Victorious. The Red Bulls are the last two. I don't know, did they stop? Yeah, they did stop. Probably explains why. Jack Tyler pits. And he has got the high road glitch for me, that's brilliant. As Simo goes quickest on the set of ultras.
The Ferraris are getting pretty close.
Yeah. So, Awesome Dude has gained a massive 10 places. Granted, he's gained a few from pit stops, but he also did spin at the start, so that's good from him, but his teammate's right behind him, and I think his teammate was the guy who spun with. Could well have been Luke Bailey, though. Because I did see Luke Bailey to the grass, and speaking of which, he just came out the pits from this for a set of super softs. Run wide there, allowed his teammate to get on his back. Scheiber's not far behind us, at 3.7 seconds now. He's gaining quite quickly. So that on the screen, and then the gap to the leader.
Warren has DRS on White Fountain on this straight here.
This could be crucial for the championship to be won today, of course. Warren will have to go to the outside because White Fountain goes defensive. He knows the championship is in his hands. Warren clean around the outside. You know, I think Warren might have actually won this race, you know. Power level, though, that's why the black box shouldn't be seeing that for the rest of the race. I don't know why he's giving me a notification for that. Did turn them off. And Awesome Dude has gone on to a set of hyper softs. That's a bit of a bad call, not gonna lie. I don't know if he's just going for fastest lap at this point, as Jack Tyler's past Mr. P. Oh, they came together, I think. Slight contact, they're going at each other. I'm pretty sure they did come together. I'll look back on the stream in a sec. I'm pretty positive they did make contact. Yes, they did. It was only slight contact though, no one got wing damage from it.
Good.
Go back to an interval. So yeah, White Fountain has been overtaking the Warren, so that gap is going to start increasing. This race is pretty much into another dull patch. Simo in 7th place we're going to watch. It's been looking quick on those tyres. So, fast lap, only a few laps to go. Look, Bailey's no penalty. Right. What's the closest battle? There's a person that's just been overtaken. I think it's Jack Tyre and Awesome Dude. Awesome Dude is on the way quicker tyre.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jack is on the more longer lasting tyres. LFC gets a penalty. He's currently in 5th place. After starting second to last, it's not bad. Still needs to stop, of course. Shoaib is coming up on his rear. In DRS range of him now. He will get it. And Stim has got a 5-second stop go bounty for speeding in the pit lane from the lead of the race. This is big for the race victory. As he is sent back out again. He didn't serve his penalty there though. So I should imagine you'll have that added on to his race time, because I don't think he will stop again. And if he does, he'll be very late on in the race, probably for a set of hypersofts, as LFC has just been overtaken by Shoaib. I mean, wasn't looking. But that is crucial. Crucial for this race win. And Warren A may have got this in the bag, maybe. Or White Fountain. Next lap could be the lap. Ah, well, there's. It's been a long time since we spoke.
There's not. Okay, well, actually, Luke Bailey just overtook.
Yeah, it's Luke Bailey and Notorious going for it. P12. White Fountain's gained a lot. Oh, Warren Eggs in the pits. Is he trying to pull off an undercut? The undercut's pretty strong around here, of course. So White Fountain into the lead of the race, and as it stands, he will be winning the championship, but he's yet to pit though, of course. Warren Eagle's gone on to a set of Ultra Softs. Because he can't go on to the Super Softs. Mandatory tyre. As it stands, Jack Tyler will be losing the championship today.
Austin Good has got DRS on the straight behind Jamie. Quite an easy move down the straight.
Austin Good, yeah. You said he was overtaking someone, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Stim and Simo going at each other. Stimmer cuts to the inside, which will eventually go to the outside, but he stuck it around there, you know. And stuck it around there. This could be an amazing move by Stim if he pulls it off. And in fact he has done, but he's run wide, but Simo's got a bad exit, and now Stim keeps the place. Decent move there from Stim. And Simo's already lost a second. So he only getting DRS. Sawson did pick some penalty. Jack Tyler ran wide there. Jack Tyler has got penalty, so I don't think White Fountain does. I suppose. Stim is going to have DRS here on LFC's already caught up to him. Stopping quick on those super softs, not going to lie. He has got a penalty, of course, the stop go, which could eventually be added onto his race time, and it's getting dark. It's getting really, really dark here. Maybe some rain. If there is rain, that could throw it right up into the air, and anyone could win this. It's Jack Tyler making a crucial move on Jamie Met. He needs every position he needs now to keep into this championship fight. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Jamie Met, does he have another look at him here? No. It'd be pretty stupid if he goes from there, and Jack Tyler probably would have thrown a hissy fit in the chat if he did go for it. And spin him out. Oh, yellow flag. It's White Fountain. He's spun on the exit of the corner of the start of sector 3, and Jay Carty leads the race. He's got wing damage. White Fountain has bottled it like Sebastian Vettel. It's a bottle from White Fountain as he... And did he speed into the pits there? I think his tyres were... His rear end was actually quite... that could have sent him out. Luke Bailey was on the timers there for quite a long time. Warren Haig. Yep. Stim has actually jumped him by a long margin. I haven't realised that. White Fountain's going to rejoin. Not even in the points. Looks like he's going to the end too. Looks like the championship today for White Fountain is over. and it will be carried into USA. J-Car yet to pit though. Shoaib is currently in the net lead of this race from Stim, and then Warren Haig. Simmer needs to pit again. LSC needs to pit. This isn't yet. I'm pretty sure Warren Haig actually needs to pit as well, but it's a long time before he does. And oh, nearly ran into the back of Simo there, looking for an overtake. To be honest, he could have done it there, but he went too cautious. Probably trying to keep it together. Knows he can get a good result out of this race. He's going to get double DRS, double slipstream. Are they going to go 3 wide here? I think it's too late for it. But he could go for the double overtake. To the inside of one, to the outside of the other. And does it beautifully. Clouds starting to gather though. What do you think? Is it rain?
What, sorry?
Do you think there's going to be rain? The clouds have started to gather and it's getting dark.
Yeah. There's probably a possibility of rain, yeah, definitely.
Well, Warren Haig, he knows that he can't make it to the end on those ultra softs, and he usually tries to play the weather into good hands. So there is a possibility that there is rain coming, and he's just gone on to the ultras to gain as much time as possible to the leaders, so when they pit, he's going to be right behind them.
White Fountain is pretty close to Mr. P.
But that is if it's raining, of course. And was that Mr. P and White Fountain going at each other? White Fountain, Warren Haig has gone fastest. Shoaib is within DRS range. I can see there on the timings to Jay Carty. Come back to that battle in a second. It's only for 10, of course. Actually, let's go back to it. The closer to the straight than the top 2. Coming onto the straight then. It's looking really dark now. Overcast in the air. We wasn't told of any rain coming mid-race, so this is new to us. Hear the floor scraping against the ground there, and turning a bit early there. White Fountain nearly caught Mr. P, and because of that he's lost time to him. Mr. P back up into 10th. Now into the next corner. He's going to go to the outside. Mr. P went defensive. Locks up. Cuts to the inside. Then back to the inside. Oh, he's hit the back of him. No Wayne damage shared though. I don't know why I said shared. It wasn't in front to front contact. And what's this here? Freeway battle. Well, it was freeway battle for the lead, but Jay Carty's pitted, and Stim has, in the process of that, has gained a lot of time on Shoaib. Shoaib on the older super softs. The older super softs rather. I think Shoaib will have to pit again.
Oh.
Under. Well, Jack Tyler. Those hypersofts going off for Awesome Dude now. Carty's also gone on to a set of hypersofts. Can't go to the end. I don't know why he's doing that, unless that is the big signal, the big clue to there being rain coming in this race. Jimmy Matt's got a penalty. Mr. P has been overtaken by White Fountain. He's back up into the points again. I think championship is out of his hands today though. So he's just racing for pride for now. Trying to get every point that he can. Stim now within 3/10 of Shoaib. This will be for the race lead altogether. And quite possibly the race win, but he's had a bad quarter through there. And it's dropped to 7/10 now. To 6/10. The slipstream is pretty strong. Shoaib does go to the right hand side to try and break it, but Mr. Stim followed him, and now he's got a penalty. Shoaib is weaving, trying to break it, but Stim, very high speed, nearly ran into the back of him there, but around the outside he goes. And into the lead of the race goes Mr. Stim. Possibly for his first race win of the season. Meanwhile, Jake Carty and Awesome Do, the two hypersoft runners, are going at each other for P7. Awesome Do will have to eventually pit within the next lap or two, though. Those hypersofts can't go any longer. Oh, it's raining, it's raining! It's raining!
Oh.
Here we go, Jack Tyler is going to lose a position here to Jake Carty. There's contact between them both. But rain here in Mexico City, and you can hear the crowd cheering. Because they know they've got a race on their hands now. Stim has taken the lead, in my opinion, at the right time.
Yeah.
It's just the fact if it's going to rain enough for the DRS to actually be disabled or not. Warren has not gained as much time to the two leaders as I thought he would. Mr. Stim is now out of DRS range, but I think Shoaib was less than a second behind. Coming to the detection point, and yes, he has got DRS. This could easily be a Renault 1-2, but a Sim victory, though, could be also on the cards, and is more likely to be on the cards. Train starting to form.
There's not many close battles anymore. So.
No, wait until the rain starts to come down a bit, and the track surface gets more slipperier. Then we'll see some action. And I think Awesome Dude is going to stretch those hypersofts out to the point where it's actually going to be wet enough to pit for inters, but that's a bold thing to do. Bold move. No one's been lapped in this race, I don't think. No. Jake Harty's passed LFC for P5. LFC yet to pit. He's been holding it out to the rain. I think he does go slow through there though to keep it together. Is Leon still here? And if so, then yeah, this is one hell of a race to keep tuned into. Because anything could happen now. I don't know what the transition period is like around Mexico. I don't know if it gets wet really quickly or like really slowly or not. I've only seen it dry.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's here. And Hyper Wars is also here.
Hyper was. Oh, yo.
Oh, White Fountain. White Fountain's going for a move on his McLaren teammate Jamie. He's got DRS. Moved on pretty easily. Jack Tyler on the back of LFC for now for P6. Alright. Yes, Murray Donald, I do have a co-commentator, but he is a bit shy because this is his first time being in we're commentating in the big league like this, and we have our first Inter runner, and it's Luke Bailey in P12. Well, now P13. Eventually going to be last of the runners.
Oh wow. God's sake.
I think that's a bit too early. Yellow flags. And it's LFC's crashed.
Oh, God's sake.
And White Fountain around the outside just about. Watch out. Oh, there's another one gone. Jamie Met slid off the track, but he's back on it again. I think the track is getting a lot more slippery now. Some drivers starting to get caught out. Is there a safety car coming in this race? I wonder. More yellow flags. Simo into the pits. Everything's starting to happen now. It's just like it's all saved for this one moment. I'm struggling to keep up with what's going on. Simo onto Inters. I think LFC. And Awesome Dude's coming in for Inters. DRS to be disabled perhaps in a lap or two. Jimmy Met also in. Probably ruined his tyres after a little off moment.
Must have been in for Inters as well.
Yep. Only the top 6 yet to pit for Inters. The top 3 have not pitted at all. Since the rain had come down, of course. But Warren Ake is gaining so much on his teammate and Stim.
Oh,
I'm not sure on Stim, but he's definitely gained on his teammate. They're going really slow, about bus pace through the hairpin. With Bailey past the two Red Bulls who both double stacked for Inters, and that has caught Notorious out. And oh, his car spun into the pits. That's just brilliant. Stim and Schäuber in, and Stim has to serve his stop go. Warnig into the lead, and he's gonna have to do it all over again. He got held as well. What a disastrous pit stop for Mr. Stim. But it's gonna be exciting to see what he can do on the Inters. Warnig is 20 seconds in front. He'll pit this lap. Has DRS been disabled? I don't think it has, is it?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's losing the back end, you know. It's definitely time for Inters, no matter if it's disabled or not. Warren Aid, the leader, is the only driver to not have pitted for Inters, and he's got a lap car right behind him, a BUA9. Two Rebels now, both have been lapped, so if there's a safety car, then they're screwed. So they can't get back into this race. The gap is coming down. Warren couldn't pit though because it would be a double stack. DRS was disabled then. I don't think we saw the message. Yeah, Warren though is keeping it together really well. He won't come out in the lead, but he'll come out a few seconds behind, and on the fresher set of Inters. So, yeah. Into the pits he goes. 17 seconds in front of his teammate. He'll no longer have to do with his Inters, with his ultra softs rather, on that slippery surface. 12 laps left in this race, and Schäuber forget a really slow exit out of that pits at the last corner rather. I think he's gonna come out just behind the Stim. I say just behind us a few seconds. 1 or 2. Jay Carty in 4th, Simo in 5th, Jack Tyler in 6th, and White Fountain in 7th, 3 seconds behind. It could be an almighty battle here. Now, if I don't see any drivers bottle it, then I'm going to be disappointed.
Definitely.
We've already seen the leader bottle it. I mean, that could be enough, but in the wet it's different. Or an egg with a penalty.
Yeah.
And I think he will not get the race win now. I think he's just blowing up with that. But the gap is coming down, I think, between Schäuber and Stim. Seems like Stim is the quicker driver in the wet. But of course he hasn't got DRS to aid him now, but he's still got the slipstream, which is good enough in these conditions. And Bailey's the second closest car to someone. But that's with P11, and who cares about P11 here? It's not... To be honest, if you finish P11, you must feel disappointed. P11 is the most disappointing place in the whole race to finish behind the second place. By like a 10th. For your sake, Alice, I hope not. I don't think you will be, actually. Look at Bahrain. Grosjean for the majority of the race was the only retiree until like the last 2 laps where everyone's just started dropping out. Stim down to 1.8 seconds, but he struggled a lot through this section of the corner. But Schäuber's got lap traffic ahead of him. That could well be an issue. Blue flags are being waved. Schäuber shouting in the cockpit there, blue flags, get out the way. Quite literally some Sebastian Vettels in this race. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you rather. Because if I wasn't going to tell you, I wouldn't have said that thing. Because we've already had the leader bottle it and a blue flag argument over the radio. So yeah, this is the Sebastian Vettel Grand Prix, not going to lie. The Taurus actually does get a penalty. Pulls out the way of Stim. Stim is getting 2 tenths in all that. But I think he's just lost it. Oh no, he hasn't, he's gained time, but as soon as I say that, yeah, he's lost it again. I mean, he does love to spin, doesn't he? A lot of people saying Vettel is done.
Yeah.
And he's past his best. Chikati with another penalty. You know, if Stim didn't have the 5-second stop go, he'd be well in the lead right now. But he could still get the win anyway.
Semmel has that rave glitch, it's kind of annoying, but...
Warren Egg is pulling out the slipstream of the lap car. Don't know why he could get a few tenths off that. Yeah, I agree with that. His prime was with it, the Red Bull team. Ever since he's just gone to Ferrari, he's just not been the same Sebastian Vettel Red Bull self that he was between 2011 and 2013. Arguably, you could say he was past his best in 2014 because he was dominated by Daniel Ricciardo. But enough of real life. We're gonna stick with this race, and White Fountain is gaining on Jack Taylor. Mr. P is pitted for full wets. Obviously, thinks that the rain's heavy enough. By the way, if Mr. P finishes where he is now in P11, does that mean that he's out the championship hunt? Leon. Oh, Sims got a penalty. I just checked on the stream. He saw a penalty. I think Shoaib actually does have penalties too. So whether that matters or not, I'm not going to check the penalty. Don't want to spoil it. See, if I was a co-commentator, I would check them, but I wouldn't spoil them for the rest of the people in the stream. And yes, at the minute, Mr. P is out of the championship. And the best he could hope for is maybe runner-up. Maybe not even that. BWay9 with penalties. Shoaib has had a poor couple of corners now. Stim has gained a little bit more time on him.
BWay9 just got through some time penalty.
Yeah, I saw. Has Stim ever won before in F5? Ooh, getting very loose on the curb. There's another lap car up ahead. I think that's BWay9. If White Fountain gets 2 points and Mr. P doesn't score, then Mr. P is out of the championship. Oh, some yellow flags.
It was clean.
It was Mr. P. Okay. I think it might have been a Rebel actually. Yeah. So this will not be Stim's first win in F5. If he does win, it'll definitely be his first of the season, so...
Jack Taylor getting through some time penalty there.
Okay. I think Stim was an F6, I'm not sure at that point. As I said, I'm not sure. But the gap has come down to less than a second now. Well, it was. Probably because they were going through corners, but It's getting really close between this lot. White, yellow
Oh,
flag. Jack Tyler's spun it. Jack Tyler's bottled it again for the umpteenth time. Damn it, Jack. Title Dream Up in Flames. Exactly. But Wet Fountain does need to win, of course. And to be honest, unless there's a safety car, that ain't happening. Notorious has just let Jake Hardy go by because he was a lap down. Stim now down to 7/10. He's losing time down the straight, which is odd. As I say that, he's actually gaining it back. Gap is 20 points this race at the minute included. So Jack Tyler would need to win in the last 2 races to keep it alive, and if White Fountain does retire from them, from one of them. So if White Fountain retires from one of the races, Jack Tyler wins, and the title fight goes to Japan.
That's just I'm getting close to. That's his name, the guy at the front.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on below this battle for the moment. Warren Hague is catching. There's still 6 laps in this race. Anything can happen between these 3 leaders. If these 2 tangle, Warren Hague goes right in with the victory. Hello, Brown. Gap now 5/10. Slipstream will be needed from yellow flags, and it's Notorious just spun on the curve. We might want to get out of the way. Yeah, White Fountain was coming through there. But anyway, back to the battle for the lead, down to 5/10. Seems like the slipstream is not really working for Stim down the straight. Yeah, let's get the championship out alive. So, gap now down to 4/5. Gap changing gap changing all the time, so can't really tell. Now down to 3/10. Down to 2. No, not quite. I think you'll get him next lap, or this lap, if you think about it. Next straight. Let's keep it like that. Unless he bottles it. I don't want him to bottle it because I want there to be a battle for the lead. Oh. There's more yellow flags. It's Mr. P on the wets and he's crashed. And that is championship over for the old man with the wise head and the pace to show for it. He is out of the championship hunt as the gap is coming down ever so. It's coming ever so close now. Warren Hay on the back of these lot. Oh, Stim. I think there's some dirty air being produced on the back of that Renault. That is affecting Mr. Stim. He's got a run on him though. He's close enough for the slipstream. Cuts to the outside. He did it there before. Is he going to do it there again? And Shoaib has not outbroken himself. He's actually done it really nicely there. And Stim will have to keep in second for another lap. And Mr. P is out. And that is, well, if his championship wasn't over before, it's truly been confirmed now as the Taurus pits. Oh, did he run into the back of him there? Sliding around all over the place. Oh, don't go for it there. No. At this point, he might not even finish second. If he makes one simple mistake, then yeah. He might not even finish second, which is something. Oh, Shoaib spun! Oh, he's gonna go for a Stim lead. And he cuts him off just to make sure of Shoaib! Oh, he's gone wide. And Warren Hague is in second place. Shoaib has bottled it. Officially. Stim leads. But for how long? Warren Haig is still there, remember, there's more yellow flags. Sector 2 and 3. I think they're glitches, okay. So Stim leads the way with 3 laps to go. He's gone to Narnia, that's where. Let's go David Warburton driving this car. It's 8 temps from first to second, and it was 8 temps from second to third. It's now 9 temps and 7 temps, but whatever. Yellow flags, all Stim sliding.
It's Notorious hit in the wall.
Oh, yeah. He just pitted, of course, for what I should expect for a new wing, but he's already got to go back in again for a new one.
Yeah.
Yep. Gap is now over a second. Stim is pulling out a gap. Jamie Matt has got a penalty for cutting. I don't know. Oh! And he's had another penalty just to rub salt into the wounds. He's got another penalty. And probably another one for crossing the pit entry white line. And another one because, like Formula E, this race is under investigation by the stewards. And Notorious. Is he stuck? No, and Jamie Met has retired from the session. So his day is over. Scheiber's really bottled this, hasn't he? My goodness.
Yeah.
I don't think we might have time to do podium interviews. No, forget. I'll do it. I'll do podium interviews. So yeah, get your questions ready.
Okay.
Oh, Notorious has cut the first chicane. Only a tiny bit though. It was the second bit, so it wasn't like the whole thing he just cut. Thank God. No, it took about 4 drivers out because they're so close to him. Stim has got the rest of this lap and another 2 to go. So the gap between him and Warren Haig's coming down as a yellow flag, and it's not Notorious this time. Was it?
Oh, maybe spun.
Who?
Unlucky.
Oh.
And Notorious just spun again. And he's lost his wing. Jeez.
He certainly doesn't like the wet. Looks like his car's inside the wall because of the DHL branding there is a bit funky with the graphics of this game. Stim is starting the penultimate lap here in Mexico. A driver that's been nowhere all season in that Toro Rosso, and it's another yellow flag, and it's not Notorious. Brilliant. As I was saying, Stim has been nowhere all season. Has not had any notable or performances to write home about. But this truly came out of nowhere. When we saw him go up into second place in that qualifying session, the whole of the F5 community was just shocked. And the Latvian, yeah, I get voice cracks all the time. It's just hormones, yeah. The driver that is from Latvia, his fan base is Russian. He also commentates on a Russian league, and I've heard him speak Russian. But the oddest thing is he races under a British flag in GT Sport.
Okay.
This guy is a man of multiple nations. Warren Haig hasn't reduced the gap to much in his last few laps. But Stim has started the last lap, as they say in America. White flag. Sorry I have to bring a NASCAR reference over here. It looks like it's Stim's to lose. And the 3 retirements all race, that was Jamie Matt, Mr. P and Alice. So, oh, oh, that was only one reference. Don't be too harsh on me like that. Anyway, let's just To be honest, I'm only going to do the podium interview solely just for him. Because I know it's been a long time since he stood on the podium. Never mind the top step.
Yeah.
The last 3 corners, we got a brilliant helicopter shot to go with this last lap of the race. Into the last 2 corners. Warren Hager's brought the gap down. Who knows? What's Stim?
Wow.
Stim's got a penalty! Oh my goodness. Has he lost the race? Has he lost the race right there and then? Has he bottled it out of nowhere? Has Warren Haig just won this race? I know Warren Haig hasn't got a mic, so he can't do the podium interviews. Stim is losing it across the line, but Stim is going to win, and Warren Haig takes victory. He nicks it off him, and Stim, who's been doing so well to hold that gap, has lost it on the last few corners. He's bottled it. It's Warren Haig first, Stim second, Shoaib third, Jake Harty in fourth, Simo fifth, White Fountain sixth. The championship will go to USA. Jack Tyler seventh. And he's going to slow it across the line. Awesome Dude eighth. LFC ninth. Good old Mexicans, they like to throw a confetti party into even though it's raining. Hang on a sec. Yeah, that's all part of the championship fight, Jack. He gets 2 fights up and now. Unfortunately, I don't have no time to actually do the podium interviews, so yeah, even though I said I'm going to do them. Yep. Maybe the oddest combination of flags on a podium you'll ever see. It's going to be a long time until we see a British person, a Latvian person, and a Pakistan person all on the same podium. So save the moment because you won't see it for a very long time, I'm sure. So in the end then, everyone got penalties, quite expected. Warren Haig wins the Mexican Grand Prix from Mr. Stim in second, Shoaib in third, Jake Harty fourth, Simo fifth, White Fountain sixth, Jack Tyler seventh, Awesome Dude eighth, LFC ninth, Luke Bailey rounding off the points in 10th, BWA 9 11th, Notorious in 12th, and the retirees from the race were Jamie Mayer, Mr. P, and Alice. Take a screenshot of that so we can do the standings later. So that is the end then of the Mexican Grand Prix. I hope you all enjoyed that. Leon, of course, I hope he enjoyed that the most, because after what he went through, he deserves to watch and, yeah, just watch good races, really. And yeah, that's it for Mexico. We'll see you for the American Grand Prix next week at the same time. But the next PSGL action we'll see is F1 and F2 tomorrow, where the quickest boys of the league take on the Mexican circuit. Of course, I haven't got the time to do the podium interviews, so yeah, the stream is going to end here. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.